Let's work. Turn it down and listen to the experts. Gotta give a shout to the Talking Junk Network. Showing love, hosting battles, playing dope joints. The break room topics always staying on point. Never disappoint. We'll never need a makeover. We here for the takeover like Jehovah. Talking Junk Break Room Takeover on the podcast. Dropping bomb facts on demand like Comcast. Now drop a comment whenever they're going live. Hit the YouTube channel right now and go subscribe. Peace.
Talking Junk Network,
where entertainment lives.
Welcome to Talking Junk.
I'm your host, Jason Melendez.
Live now every week.
Talking Junk.
A multitude of professionals in different aspects, different walks of life.
You have to come on and talk junk like a normal person.
Let me tell you guys about these new Dizzle edibles. Now, I know you probably heard of the drink, and just like the drink, these edibles are the truth. I'm typically a smoker, and I usually like to do it before I drive to take some of the angst off this LA traffic. But with these edibles, I don't even think about rolling up. I don't have to worry about the aroma when I get out of the car, my eyes being red. I just pop in one and I'm good to go. I'm feeling happy and ready to just take on my day. Each edible comes with 25 milligrams. You get 10 in a package, which is more than enough because, again, all you need is one and it'll get you right.
It's time for all things cereal. Games with cereal. We try cereal and we let you know. So if you love cereal, we love cereal. Super cereal.
We're giving away 1,000 bottles of syrup. If you go to the syrup store at syrup.com and put in the discount code free bottles TikTok, then you can receive a free bottle of syrup. Just pay for shipping. Very easy. We're going to do the first 1,000 bottles.
So much going on. I forgot to put myself in the goddamn stream. Welcome to Talking Junk, the podcast that comes to you live every week. As you can tell, we can't get our shit together, so we don't know what day we're going to focus on right now. We might come back to Fridays just before the break room, just because it's more bang for you. You know what's a good bang too? These Dizzle gummies. You got to go pick you up some. DizzleNova.com. Right now. You know what else? I can't show you though because the kids ate it all. That syrup is the truth. You can put it on everything. Everything. It's 1,000% amazing. I use it in my drinks. The kids put it on their cereal. The missus puts it on her pancakes. It's a product for the whole family. So go get you your free bottle right now. Now, all sugar aside, we're going to be talking about holistic healing tonight. I believe my brother's going to correct me if I'm wrong. So let me just bring them on. Let me let the experts let you know a little bit about Reiki, because I still don't know what the fuck that is, and I believe we did a podcast on it probably several times. Too many gummies. Go order yours today. Without further ado, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm stumbling. That is not the gummies. That is the Dizzle. Anyway, let me bring my brother on. I've known him for almost my whole goddamn life. We go way back, and I am excited to see exactly where his journey took him now, when we're almost old men. Without further ado, my brother, Everet Lake. What's going on, brother?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm chilling. You already know the vibes.
Yeah, like we practically did know each other mostly all our lives, like from middle school.
Not even elementary school. We went to 94 together.
You're absolutely right. Wow.
Like the third or fourth grade, man.
Yeah, it was third or fourth. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's been a roller coaster.
It
But
sure had.
you are my brother from another mother. I tell you that.
Hell yeah. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Of course.
But like all friendships, like all relationships, some of them go their separate ways to live their own lives. And you, my friend, have had a journey.
Yes, yes, indeed, I have.
Now your journey's brought you here now to Reiki. Am I right?
It's Reiki, holistic
Reiki.
healing, Reiki, Tantra, NLP,
What the hell is
astrology,
that?
human astrology, human design. So NLP is how can I break down NLP? So NLP is new. So it's a program.
I think I lost you. Did I lose you? I got to take that screenshot from YouTube when we're done here and send it to you. Now, we are no stranger to fuck ups on this show. You already know. My man is driving right now for work. We missed our interview from last week due to the 4th of July. You already know how that goes. But he's driving right now. He's working. And his service is shoddy. So what we're going to do is what we do all the time. We're going to stay on camera. We're going to let the show flow. And I am going to give him my phone number. We're going to put this man. Oh, he's back.
Okay, I'm back. Can you see me?
All right, I can. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to DM you my phone number. So if that happens again, just call my phone. I'll put it on speaker, and we could bump this out just audio.
All right, sounds good.
All right. So as I'm doing that, you was explaining whatever that NLP shit is. It sounds like what the white kids sell to get fucking buku bucks.
So it's similar to personal development, but you're really just deprogramming to reprogramming. And it goes deep into understanding your language, your body movement, why you do certain things. And I got into that last year as I was doing my journey. So even to jump back even further, I started this journey in 2017. In 2017, I dived into astrology, learning more about myself, learning more about my astrology, going in and understanding what is going on astrologically with me on when I was born and where the planets stood and whatnot. So from there, I probably stayed in astrology. Actually, I still am in astrology, but I stayed there for 4 or 5 years, just really understanding it, understanding other people, understanding why certain planets allowed me to attract certain things, where I should be and where I shouldn't be, on how my energy was with the planets. So from astrology, I moved over into Tantra. Tantra
Heavy
was
breathing?
Reiki. Heavy breathing?
Yeah, is that Tantra's heavy breathing?
No, Tantra is, you probably hear some people, oh, tantric sex or not. Tantra is not only sex. Tantra is about understanding.
Okay. I got you.
So Tantra is the whole body and how everything connects and how everything flows, but it starts with you.
So how the hell is astrology linked to Tantra?
So I venture that way because astrology can vary from different paths depending which way you go. I understood that astrology ventures off into the body with different body parts showing up with the houses and the planets. So as I ventured into that, astrology really showed me my strong sexual presence that I was carrying on.
You just a horny motherfucker.
It's not like that, but yes, I was.
That's what it
I was
sounds
there. I was there, but it wasn't that. It was more of going deep into understanding why I have this heavy sexual energy, but sexual energy also leads to healing energy.
Sure.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want, but yeah, it was deep into understanding myself. So I turned inward with understanding myself and really expanding on why I am the way I am, which led me to Tantra, led me to Reiki, and to really understand my healing modalities and what I have within me to really do a lot of self-reflection, self-healing, healing my trauma, healing all my shit that I picked up on my travels of life.
Right. All your aces.
Because, pretty much. And it was a reality on to understand where all these things that I caught, what I was taught, and my environment had taught me that I need to unpack to get to my true authentic self. Because my trauma started to show. There was times that I was angry, I didn't know why I was angry. There was times that I just didn't understand why I'm doing certain things that I was doing. And as I ventured on this journey, I pulled back the onion to really get to the root of all my shit. And once you start to pull back the onion and you start to understand your shit, you understand that sometimes things are passed on generational.
Right.
Some things are passed on catching it from your parents. Some things go all the way back to ancestors that we don't even know about, but it's in our bones, it's in our DNA, because things are passed down through our DNA from generation to generation.
Absolutely.
So it started there, and I started to unpack more and more and more, and really get into my authentic self of who I am. And bro, you know me. You seen how I moved when we went to school and all that. I always hung around females. I grew up with females. Females played a big role in my family. I was raised by a single mother.
Right.
I was raised by a tribe of women. So women played a dominant role in my life. And as I started to peel back the onion, I understood why I was attracted to women. Because yes, it was passed down from generation, but it's also how I was raised. So even as I started to dive that into...
I'd say you lucked out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people we know from our generation that had the same type of upbringing, nothing but females, and
they turned out differently.
They might as well be females themselves.
So even I'm glad you even said that, because it was even understanding that the mindset that we was taught, the people I was hanging around with, like everything played a big role into my development and learning on who I was. And as I started to pull back the onion, even with that, and diving into Tantra, diving into NLP, everything started to make sense on where, with these modalities, to help other people to pull back that same onion, to get back to their authentic self, to understand where their traumas come from,
right?
Why we select the relationships we're in, why we select certain friends groups. And it started to just make a lot of sense to me, because I started to now surround myself with like-minded people. I started to understand my friend groups. I started to understand why I attracted certain friends and certain placements in astrology that played a big role in that. And it also made me to internalize, okay, what am I doing? How am I showing up for myself?
Right.
Because even the process with that was, I wasn't showing up for myself. I was showing up for others.
And that's usually what happens, man. We tend to overstretch our being on others and not even bat an eye when we need something. Like it took me the longest. I don't
Exactly.
think I've been to the doctor in like a year or so, probably longer than that. And I had 2 telehealth ones because I can't get time to go.
Mm-hmm.
No doctors are on the weekends. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to spas and getting massages, and nobody could do that. It's hard to think about self, and even on the little things. So I understand what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, so when I start to dive in, I really do self love, like loving on myself, to see what I like to do. What does Everett Lake like to get into? How does he like to show up? For me, bowling was a big thing, but I picked it up from my mother. But I still like bowling, so I went to bowling. Video games, a big thing for me. Like video games. Video games was an escape for me.
Okay.
I figured out what
that.
I used to escape. Like, come on, when we get into video games, we go into a whole different world, and it's an escape to get away from the reality of things.
Right. Right. I understand. You already know. I was right there with you with those video games for a long time until honestly up until we started this podcast. And fuck all of you out there who are saying you substitute these nuts, all right? I'm doing good, okay? Slacking. We'll get to that.
But there's ways. Yeah, it might look like substituting, but you found what you love, what's your passion.
Uh-oh. Did he go again?
Can you hear me? Mic check.
Oh, yep. I heard you there. You back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, cool. So
it's been a journey. Again, I
a little bit of a lag.
Yeah, go. I hear you now. Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll keep that in mind. So we covered how, well, we didn't really cover how you got into astrology, but we covered that you went from astrology, and from astrology you realized, I'm guessing numerically, because there's a lot of numerology in fucking astrology that'll get you to even determine half the shit that you got to determine within yourself if you're using the fucking star system there. But right after you found out you was a horny motherfucker and needed to try to gain control of it, you turned to Tantra. How'd you get?
You say horny motherfucker. I say a very sexual person that just loves to explore his sexuality.
Bro, we came from the same generation. I understand. I'm a horny motherfucker too.
So yeah, it was just I got to, well, it was even before. It was the astrology, like how I got to astrology was because of a female. I want to understand why. Like, love was on my mind. I want to know why things just wasn't going right in my love department. So
now, when you say astrology, when you say it was because of a female, do you mean the influence was because of a female, or the reasoning was because of a female?
The reasoning.
Okay. Which is usually the case with us.
Yeah, it was the heartbreak, the understanding on why. So I was reflecting. Again, I don't blame for whatever happened. I just want to understand on a metaphysic level on why. As I dived deep, I understood why. There was just some things that was just a discomfort, a not agreeing with each other, and it made sense as I started to go diving deep. So I don't blame, like, even with me going back and looking at my past relationships on top of that, it made sense. But I don't let that be the win all, be all. I use that as a guideline to understand on, okay, how I'm going to show up and how this person is going to show up for me and how I'm going to show up for them. Now, with great power comes great responsibilities.
All right, Uncle Ben.
I can use this for evil.
with that being said, with great power does come great responsibility. So with my great responsibility, I have to give you one more word from our sponsor.
Me and my team, whenever we link up, they gonna be drink up. We still gonna relax and have few glasses when there's things to think about. Like I'm nice with the boss when I tend to the bars when I'm not talking drink ups. So tell the bartender that tend to the bar to please pass me a big cup up. And tell that waitress is waiting on us to put a little ice in it. Now watch the ice become weightless like the spaceships that I be sitting in. Now wait and listen, no, they're waiting for that tropical twist that'll tickle your taste buds. Now taste some. Yo, I insist it's the drizzle.
Go get you Excalibur right now. Use those promo codes. Also, you have to order you a bottle of Dizzle. You can legally ship alcohol now. This ain't the prohibition. Go get you a fucking bottle. All right, sir. I apologize. I got to pay the bills.
I might have to invest into that and get some too. I'm just saying.
Brother, cognac and tequila mixed with hints of citrus and a big bang of mango. They just refined the recipe. It's fucking smooth. Mixes with everything. You can't go wrong.
Hey,
it's coming straight from Cali.
Ooh. I'll be ordering mine tonight.
Let them know Talking Junk sent you.
Oh, you know I will.
Now, how we take it from Tantra to Reiki?
So Reiki actually came first. It was Reiki, then Tantra. Reiki is energy healing. Energy modalities. There's different.
So like Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, you can say it in that sense, yes. But in being a practitioner in any energy work, you're the middle person, the conduit. You are the one that's taking in the energy and passing it on and really doing the healing. You're not physically doing the healing, you're energy healing. So you will see certain things and then you would either hear, feel, smell on what to do. And when they come back out of the trance or hypnosis or the session, there is a integration that is done, and we see what shows up. We see what we see what the person sees, and then we shift into a plan onto how we are to move forward, whether it's writing down what it is and finding a strategy to heal forward, or even if you need to go to a doctor and see your physician on what is going on within the body, because sometimes you have to go to physician because we see certain things. Like, for instance, I might
you can see if somebody got to go to the hospital.
You can with certain instances, because you will see certain, whether it's colors, you might smell certain things, and the body will tell you that no, this person needs to go in and get something done. Something's going on that they need to go get a checkup to know what it is.
Okay.
I've had situations on tables where, like, I had 2 women. One didn't have her period for a week.
What
she
you
got
talking
on
about,
a
Everett?
session with me. I'm talking about okay. So table work is I put somebody on the table.
You had two women on the table, right? That's what you just said.
2 women on the table, not sex or nothing like that. It is the energy session. So table work probably is when I have somebody on the table, with different modalities, or put them in a trance and see what I see with going around
Now,
them using my
when you
hand.
say put them in a trance, you're not talking about Bill Cosby trance, right? No
No.
drugs involved.
No drugs, no that. It's they're laying there, they're breathing, they're focused on their breathing. I get them out of their heads and into their body, and then we see what comes up. With me, it's scanning the body. I can scan with my eyes and my hands and just feel where to go, see what's going on, see what I feel. Now, I don't touch the body. I'm hovering over the body.
So you're feeling the aura.
Exactly.
Okay, the chi.
So so as I do that, I see what's going on, what I see come up, what visually comes up to me, and then I go there and I just flow the energy through, see what's going on. So with this one instance that this person did have her period, she did have stuff going on, but after I cleared whatever it was that was going on, her period came right after the session. So things like that can happen. There's other instances that you might see sections within the body that might be darker than the other when you're feeling the aura, or you just feel that you might see, like, for me, I had this one instance that I was seeing the veins, seeing the nervous system.
There's so much sexual talk on this podcast right now. It's not even funny. I'm trying to hold back with all these quips that I have, and it's hard.
But see, it's not even that, because it's nothing sexual that I'm doing. All it is a lot of aura,
everything
a lot of
you're saying is super sexual.
It is.
You had 2 girls on the table. One girl hasn't got her period in a minute, but after
those
you
were separate
did what
times.
you did and you got in deep, she got her period.
But there was both separate times, and a lot of it isn't. I'm not penetrating them. So let's clear that up. It's not me penetrating them. I am penetrating their aura. I'm not physically going inside them. So me being on the aura and seeing how the aura operates, I see things from whether it's something close to them or even if it's something from past lives that could come up. So there's a lot of different things that can happen when looking at the aura, because even with our aura layers, there's things that can show up from your childhood to your adulthood, even from generations that will show up. And even the different systems that we have in our body, our bone system, something that come up, our nervous system, our lymphatic system. There's all these different systems within our body that are so connected and intertwined that I might see it one way and experience something somewhere else, and another practitioner might experience something else. So it's understanding the theory first, and then applying the theory on how it shows up for you.
Right, because it's human experience anyway. So you guys are going to experience different things as you're scanning the same person.
Exactly. And this is where I came up with timeless experience, because I'm going to take the time to structure a personalized session for you to see what comes up. Then we get to what you experience on the table, what you experience with your breathing, what you're visualizing, what comes up, and then we tailor an experience that you have to now heal those things, heal those trauma, whether it's writing, whether it's you focusing on a meditation that you have to do from now on for the next 30, 60, 90 days. And then we come back and then we revisit on what it is and see what comes up again. Because it's going to always go to layer, and I'm going to take you all the way to the root of it to heal that. So you don't have to come back to me for that. I'm I'm going to make sure you get rid of that, where you only have trickles of it, but you're never going to be fully past it until you're willing to do the work. Once you're willing to do the work, anything else is possible. Everything is possible after that. So that's where Reiki and Tantra really came into work hand in hand, because I did learn Reiki first, which I'm a level 2 Reiki, and then I'm in Tantra level 1.
How far do these levels go?
For Reiki, it's 3 levels. Then you have to practice to become a master. For Tantra, it's 3 levels. For NLP, there is a master level, and then you can become a trainer. So I layer everything on where I want to be.
The fuck, are you battling Pokemon?
Yeah, pretty much. You're not battling them, you're evolving them. Look at it like that.
Okay, that's a good analogy. I like that.
Because you're always evolving your gifts. So that's what I did. I moved from astrology, took what I learned from astrology, took what I turned from spirituality and all that, and I structured it for me. And now that I know how to structure it for me, I can help somebody tailor it for them. Based on their astrology, yes. Based on what they're going through, yes. So now all these different modalities, I now layer on top of each other and see what's best fit to you. Sometimes you might need all of them, sometimes you might not. Sometimes you might just need one modality, and then you fix it to move past it. Because there is never a cookie cutter quick fix thing out there. You're never going to quick fix it. It's always going to be, you have to do the work. You have to want to do the work. You got to want.
Right.
To
and
heal.
even if you're planning on trying to scam your way to the top, you still have to plan out the scam. You gotta do everything right. So,
and it's too much work. I honestly, with how energy flows and how I'm trying to heal through my karma, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to pile more shit on you. I'm trying to heal that out of you so you don't have to come back to me.
Right.
Because I'm trying to make sure my karma is good.
And now that's exactly what you're doing, right? With the timeless experience.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Giving back. Helping others.
Now what's your charge?
Go to the services. It varies from what you're looking for and what you want to experience.
Where the hell is services? Book
offerings.
Today? Oh, there it was right there.
So I always suggest everybody to do a consultation first, which allows me to get a breakdown of your astrological chart, human design, numerology, and anything I can get, and ask you questions. This also gives me an idea of what you are looking for and what you might need assistance in. And from that, I either take you to, we do a table session or we do a energy session, whether it's in person or Zoom.
Now, so you can do energy sessions through Zooms?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Would you be interested at any point in time at coming on to one of our later late night shows on your day off, obviously, and doing some sample energy sessions?
Yeah, we can actually do a guided meditation.
We'll have some callers come in, or you can do it on the cast.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do guided meditation too, because even guided meditation, I use guided meditation to do energy work too. I layer things, so even breath work. So I'm with it.
All right, that sounds good to me. We definitely got to set it up, but until then, I'm gonna let you get back to delivering your nasty shit.
It's a blood specimens helping out the world with getting their labs checked out. Just doing my piece.
Really, you're either doing one of two things. You're feeding the real vampires, or you're giving the adrenochrome to all these fucking elites.
Well, I'm known to be a vampire, so it's perfectly fine. Don't tell nobody.
All right, Blade, I love you. We'll talk to you later.
All right, love you, bro.
And there you have it. You got to go heal yourself, man. Almost every professional that we have on this podcast, they say the same thing. To heal yourself, you have to do the work. And the work starts within you. And it doesn't matter where you start. It doesn't matter what you take up, what you do with your time. You just need to make sure you are absolutely doing the work, just like we are right here on the network, because we had this wonderful interview. And you know what's about to happen in 1 hour's time, live on YouTube for the people that are watching us live? We're in the break room. So come join us for our crazy antics. And we will be back next week sometime with another great professional. Love you. Peace out.